sorry about that. Oh, it just really riles me up. The kids that live either side, they're nice kids, but they like climb over our fence, and when they had the trampoline last year, they would like jump up on the fence, hang off the fence, and then sit side straddle on our fence, forever throw stuff in the garden. And Amelia's got a play date over, and they're just in the garden, like talking and having fun. And the two of the kids have come and knocked on the door and said that they've asked them to be quiet. They've told them that they're allowed to talk, but could they be quiet? And it's just made me really cross, because we put up with so much and they're just out there having a nice time. They're not screaming and shouting, but apparently they want to go to sleep in the garden, even though it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So there we are. Sorry. As you can tell, I'm not in the best of moods today. Normally that wouldn't faze me at all. I'd just be like, oh, well, whatever. But yeah, I think at the moment I'm feeling very, I don't know what the word, sorry, I'm aware, I just keep looking down. That's because I'm thinking while I'm talking. I'm feeling very, I don't know what the word is. What's the word, Tone? Not taken advantage of, but that, I don't know. I always strive to do as much as I can for everybody else. And I really, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm getting upset. I always will, I'll go out of my way, regardless of how I'm feeling, I will go out of my way, to make sure that other people are happy and that other people have got everything that they need, and you know. And I suppose at the minute I'm feeling very, very isolated, and I'm feeling like that's not reciprocated, I suppose, by a lot of people in my life. And I, you know, obviously I don't include the GoFundMe in this, and the scooter, that was all absolutely amazing. But those are all friends that live abroad. I mean, kind of people that are directly in my life, I suppose. And I don't know, I think when you've got some kind of illness or disability or whatever, that means that you can't always be the person that goes, you know, I'll come to you, or, you know, whatever. You can end up not seeing anybody, and nobody bothering to visit and check in and stuff like that. And that's kind of, it's hard when I will, you know, I can be in agony, but if somebody needs a favour, I'll still do it for them, because I want to, you know, I want to help whoever, and I want their lives to be simple. But sometimes when you're feeling very lonely and isolated, and you kind of look around and you see all these things that you do for other people, but oh my gosh, I'm really blabbering, aren't I? Am I making any sense? No, I'm not, sorry. I'm just chatting. I'm isolated, is I guess what I'm trying to say. I feel very, very isolated. I feel very overwhelmed by what is gonna come. And I'm very afraid of how unwell I'm gonna get, because I know it's just getting worse all the time. Sorry. And it's really hard, because at the moment I can still go out and about, but I don't know how much longer that's gonna last. And when you're unable to be the person who goes out, you can end up not seeing anybody for weeks, and it's really lonely. It's really, really isolating. Sorry. Before I had my ileostomy surgery last year, I'd got to a point where I was so unwell that I couldn't even sit up in bed, let alone like get up. I used to have to have someone to help me walk to the toilet with my crutches, because I was so weak. And I suppose I'm just really scared of that all repeating itself again. And I've lost use of my bladder, not in that I'm incontinent and I keep having accidents, quite the other way. and I can't empty my bladder. I have to push down extremely hard on my stomach to actually empty my bladder. And that is getting a lot worse. So the doctor has decided to send out a home help nurse to show me how to use a disposable catheter. So what you do is you empty your bladder yourself. And the idea of doing that is so invasive. And I know that it's necessary, but I'm sorry. It's just incredibly overwhelming. I just really feel like I'm drowning some days, you know? Because there's so much that I know that we've got to go through, but I don't know when. And I don't know when I'm going to get... Oh, bless you. You're really only going to do one sneeze. Normally Tony does like 4 or 5 sneezes in a go. It really gets on my nerves. That was a very controlled sneeze for Tony. Normally he does these enormous, really dramatic sneezes. Great way to break the tension. God. I know I keep doing that thing that I say I don't like, where people look at themselves, but I'm just checking that I'm not like streaming makeup down my face. Yeah, I suppose it's like, it's knowing that you've got this huge thing ahead of you, and that you're going to potentially become very unwell before that happens, but not even having a rough idea of what month it's going to happen, and how unwell I'm going to get before then. I don't want to lose my quality of life. I know that compared to a lot of people, I have a really crap quality of life anyway. But I've learned to accept that. And I always say to people, I actually feel really blessed, because most people go through life when they're in their 20s. And you just kind of take everything for granted because you're young, and, you know, like the boring days are boring, and, you know, whatever, sorry. Whereas I feel really blessed because I'm in my 20s, and just like the normal days are amazing. And I feel so blessed if I can, you know, do stuff like go shopping or prepare dinner and stuff like that. So I feel really blessed in that way, because I don't take anything for granted. Oh my God, I'm a mess. So I understand that, you know, most people look at my life and think I had a terrible quality of life, but I've got, you know, I've grown accustomed to it. And I've completely forgotten what it feels like to not be in pain. So I can't really, I've got no comparison anymore, you know. I can't remember what it's like to have a normal life. Well, without having to struggle for everything all the time. So even though I've got this silly little quality of life, I really, I don't want to lose it, you know? I don't want to lose what I've got. And I'm really scared. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm sat here and just bawled my eyes out. I'm sorry. My nose always gets really swollen when I cry. I don't know why. So stupid. I don't know. I wish that I had a date, you know, that I could be working towards. A kind of end goal, you know, an end date. So that I would have a rough idea of when it's all going to be over, and when I might kind of get a better quality of life again. And I think I'm just tired, you know, I'm just tired of being strong all the time. And not letting people know how hard it is. because I want to protect people from it. So I, you know, and as well, I've learned that there's only so many people that when they ask, you know, how are you, they genuinely, you know, I think how are you has become a bit of it's like a greeting, isn't it? You're not actually asking the person how they are. You're just, it's like, oh, hello, how are you? So people don't really know what's going on and how hard it is at the minute, because I don't ever see anybody to sit down and have a chat and say, you know, actually it's really tough at the minute. Oh, I can't remember what my point was there. But I think I'm tired of, you know, being strong and putting on a brave face all the time. And beyond sitting here with my phone and talking to you, I haven't really got anyone to talk to at the minute. Obviously Tony is amazing, but again, I kind of, you know, I try to protect him from how I'm feeling, because he's already got so much to deal with me, like physically caring for me, that I don't want him to feel responsible for me emotionally as well. I don't know. I'm sorry, this has gone on way too long. Okay, I'm going to stop here because this is going to take forever to upload. What I would do is I will film again on a different film and pick back up, because I don't necessarily want to end this whole video as a whole here, because it's a really rubbish place to leave, because I'm all crying and sobbing and sad, and I don't want to leave you guys thinking that I'm like some miserable person. Okay, right, I'll see you in a minute. Bye.